You've been trying for half an hour to get your little bundle of joy to be a bundle of sleep, but so far nothing's worked. You tried the Binky, you tried the Blanky, you even made Mr. Fluffy do the Fluffy Wuffy dance. Alas, your tiny miracle has a very large pair of lungs, but you have an Amazon Echo, so you call for backup.
Alexa, call Mom.
Calling Mom.
And just like that, Grandma to the rescue.
Hi, baby. Grandma's here.
Alexa, thanks.
Anytime.
The Paranormal Psychic
Welcome
Show.
to Blog Talk Radio in high fidelity.
Oh, well, thank you, Blog Talk. That was a little delayed. That was supposed to have been like 5 seconds ago. Okay. But again, everyone, welcome to the new show debut of the Paranormal Psychic Show with James Schramm. I am not James. I am Reverend Tiffany White, Sage Woman. I am his special guest this evening, and I'm also the show producer for Goldilocks Productions. So really, really excited to have this new show and to have James back on the air. He's been on the air with me as a special guest in the past, and he also has. I'll have to ask him if he's had his own show. But I know we talked about it before, but he's been on radio, so he's not a stranger to that. And but let me just introduce a little bit more about James. And before I do that, actually, let me just give this call-out number. It's a new call-out number for Channel 2 than what we had before. And that number is 929-477-1859. Press 1 on your phone if you would like to get into the host queue so that you could ask James and I some questions this evening. We both will be giving, it's a double treat. We both will be giving short messages for those who have questions. So to raise your hand, be sure to press 1. Otherwise, you're going to be in listen mode only. All right, so welcome to the callers that are coming in. You are in for a treat with this new show. And again, let me just introduce James. So psychics have run in James' family for generations, which he didn't know much about in his youth. He was inspired by the paranormal to start ghost hunting after seeing a full-bodied apparition, which he actually has a picture of. He wanted to explore more about spirits and ghosts. His experience in the paranormal revealed that he could read energy of old places, items, and even spirits. From there, he has been giving people readings and messages to help them understand the spirit realm as well. Now, James has an associate's degree in applied science, surgical technology. He is currently an MHA, which is a mental health assistant, and the co-founder of Fort Wayne Paranormal. He plays just as hard as he works, earning a green belt, and he's going to have to help me with this, Shorin Ryu Karate, and is a Civil War and World War II reenactor. So, and then I do have his Facebook. You can find him on Facebook. Most definitely if you just type in James, SCHRAMM, and you'll be able to find him. Well, let's bring on James. Welcome to your new show.
Oh. Hi, Tiffany. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good.
I'm sure. Yeah. That's wonderful. That's great. And so, what is that type of karate that you have the green belt in?
Oh, it's Shorin Ryu Karate.
Oh, Shorin. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Very nice. Very nice. You are one busy man.
Yeah, I try to be. You got to live your life to the fullest.
Oh, exactly. Sure. So how old is your paranormal team, the Fort Wayne Paranormal?
We started, I think it was in, let me think, 2007.
Oh, wow.
We started that.
Yeah. That's 11 years now. That's great.
Yeah, it didn't seem that long ago. It goes quick.
Right. Well, the time does go by so fast too. And yeah, it doesn't seem like it's that long. Wow, that's great. Yes, we've known each other for quite a while, and I understand what you're saying. The time is flying by, so very quickly, and so I think that's wonderful. You must have a lot of pictures that you could probably share in the future of your investigations.
Yeah, I have quite a few. I put one up on my my page of Paranormal Psychics, but it's a picture of my car. If you look in front of it, you can see. Well, you need to just look at it and figure out what you want it. Well, what you think it is, but I know what it is. But let people take a look when they get a chance.
Oh, right. I did see that picture. Yes, and everyone, what he's talking about is besides his personal profile page on Facebook, you can find his actual business page, which is Paranormal Psychic. You just type that into, and you'll see his page. And so, yes, that's great. Keep posting pictures like that, and even his show banner was one on an investigation. You see the orbs in the picture. If you look closely at the show banner, for those who are tuning in, kind of, oh, okay. So, yeah. So that's really, really interesting. And again, let me give the call out number to the callers. 929-477-1859. And I meant the number to the listeners so that they can call in and join the callers. And so thank you, callers. You do see that you are coming in. Just please remain on the line, and we take the calls in the order that they come in. And so thank you so much. And we'll be, like I said, giving little mini readings and then giving messages to those that have a question. And please do a favor, if you're on social network while you're listening to the show, please get your friends to call in. Share the show. Tell everyone to call in, and let's you got to get to know Jane. And hey, you get a reading and a message out of it as well. So it's a short messages. Nothing really long and drawn out. Not on radio, but. It's always great to call in and just get some messages. So, So I'm really excited that you have your own show now, and it's been long overdue. But you also had to work around your work schedule, and
that's been a challenge.
Yeah. Right. But that's. So, when was it the paranormal itself getting into that type of investigations, or when you saw the apparition, that's what started you into the paranormal field? And how long ago was that, though? When did you start seeing?
Oh, it was probably, I think it was like 2003 or 2004 when I took that picture. What's on my website there.
Okay.
It was just what I seen and got a picture of. I wish it would have been clearer, but what I was doing, I was going to work. I had to be there like at 6 a.m. and it was still dark out. And I seen a little girl standing in front of my car, and I'm like, that is odd. So I was gonna get out and see if I could help her because she's wearing a dress. I'm like, that's odd. What's she doing out in the dark? And as I walked around, I could see she was see-through. And I took 3 pictures with my camera, and only one turned out of the 3 I took.
Wow, yeah.
The rest were all black. And that's what I have.
I've heard
right
that.
Now.
Yeah, well, I've heard that, you just have to, and is this correct? And when you're doing these type of investigations, or just even you want to capture something, it's just to take a bunch of pictures. Even if you saw something and then you didn't. Even just, I know that when I used to go on investigations, I would just, if I got a feeling, like to the right of me, I would just start taking pictures whether I saw something or not. Because when the pictures come out, wow, what you don't see with your naked eye. appears, and sometimes what you do see disappears. So it's kind of just take the pictures anyway, and if you're getting a feeling to point in this direction and take that picture, go for it. Listen to that intuition, and it pays off. I remember being at an investigation one time, and we had we were at this old home near the water, and it was, pretty much you walk in the door and then there's the staircase. And so we were on the staircase going to go upstairs, and the front door just opened. All by itself, it just opens. And I had this feeling I needed to hold the camera up in front of my face and just start taking pictures. And when I did, I caught the person. I caught that picture of the person. He was walking by us on the stairs. He passed us. But it was amazing because you could see some of the face, and you could see the ceiling fan through his head.
Yeah.
It was really wild. It was a great picture, and I think I probably should post that picture.
You should.
And so, yeah. I mean, it was wild. We all were freaked out, and so then I sent that picture to the paranormal leader there, and he was the one that blew it up and was like, "You won't believe what you caught." And I was like, "What?" And so he was sharing it, and it was really cool. So that's even though I can sense them, and sometimes I can see them. I hear them and feel them more than I see them. And so that was pretty. It's pretty validating, Let's say that. I think that's why we do that, right? It's validating.
It really is. I mean, being psychic helps.
All right.
You got somebody?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, being psychic helps, right? Being psychic helps, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's because if you're looking for something, usually if they know you can feel them, they'll go out of their way to do something to let you know they're there, because a lot of times they're trying to get your attention anyways, and being psychic, it kind of helps.
Right, exactly. It does. All right, so shall we take some callers?
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
All right, so thank you so much, callers, for being patient. We're going to jump on the phone line and start taking some calls. Again, those that are just listening, please call in 929-477-1859. Be sure to press 1, because that will show us you're raising your hand and you would like to speak with us this evening and get just a free message. So, all right, we're going to go to the phone lines and take caller 203. Welcome to the show, and may we get your name, please?
Hi, this is Victoria.
Oh, hi,
hello, Victoria.
Hi.
What question do you have for us?
I just wanted to ask, a question regarding my love life. What do you see between me and a man named Kyle moving forward?
Okay, Victoria, you and Kyle moving forward. All right. Mm-hmm. So I really get a good feeling about this, and there is a big change and shift coming up for your relationship, and it's good. There's a lot of support energetically for this relationship. And what I mean by that is it's like your angels and your guides, and it almost feels like destiny with you two. And whether you felt that way or not. And that can be scary too. So don't let that scare you and, to where you back up and start doubting. This is absolutely what you've always wanted and really prayed and manifested. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now
I have.
it's here. Okay? And so don't let that scare you, and just move forward and know that you have a lot of, this beautiful angel Ariel shows up, and she's this is the gift, the reward. This is what you've manifested, and so they're really supporting you with this. So it's congratulations, really. It's pat yourself on the back because you're showing everyone how to manifest and that it is possible as well. You've gone through a lot in your life. No one's had an easy life, of course, but you've worked through things yourself. You've done the work, and so that's beautiful. So now it's reward time.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, James, what do you think?
Okay, well, what I see is everything's going good. It's just you need to, because he's been burnt too in relationships. And I just feel you got to, step up and be there for him, go that extra mile, and let him know that you're there for him through thick and thin, the good, the bad, and everything. And I think that your relationship will really take off. Just make sure you're there for him all the time and, be very positive. Don't say, stay away from the negative and always be positive towards him to build him up. And that will help both of you in the long run because he's going through he's going through a little bit of hard times right now. And just you being there is telling you you love him and you'll be there for him and he's great. And just keep hitting him with the positive vibes and he'll take off. And if you do that, you're gonna be set.
Yeah. So I met him back in September, and he was married and got divorced. It's been a little over a year that he's been divorced. So he was in a really bad relationship.
Yeah.
So we've kind of gone back and forth. He's expressed to me how he really cares about me, and he brought up future things with me very early on, marriage and children and moving in, but he also told me he's terrified to get into a relationship and that he feels guilty about the past relationship. And so recently I actually I spoke up a little bit, because I've always tried to be there for him. I'm because I know what he's going through and he's opened up to me. So I've been trying to be there for him. I want him to keep opening up. And he does in person, but through text, he doesn't really go there. But recently, I said to him, I haven't seen you in a long time because I haven't seen him since February. And, I'd like to see him. I know we could take things slow, but let's at least see each other. And that wasn't happening. He was making excuses, and I think it's because he's scared. So long story short, I was kind of being a little more I don't want to say pushy, but I was kind of saying we need to spend time together. And he was just saying he's just not ready for all this right now, and that he just needs time to to think and continue living his life, and that he would let me know when things change for him. But so that's kind of, and I said, I respect that. Thanks for letting me know. And he was just thank you. And that's kind of where we left things off right now. This was just a couple days ago. So I don't really know what's gonna, I'm gonna definitely give him his space and not reach out.
Well,
but I don't know when.
You want to make sure you I know it's easy to get negative in that, but if you keep hitting them with positive waves, building him up, that will make a big difference. Or just say, hey, we can just go out and do this together or that, and have no strings attached to it. It's more you need to do positive stuff together, and that will get him feeling more positive about you and himself, and it will move forward.
Well, that's the thing. I tried to say, let's just, we're not rushing into anything. We could just hang out as friends. But I think he knows, we're not just friends. So I think he just automatically feels that pressure regardless of what I say. even if I try to keep it like, there's no expectations. This is, we're not, we're just hanging out as friends. He just does not see it that way. So I've tried like to like be like, let's hang out, and he's always coming up with excuses, or he is also very busy too, but he's just not making it happen. So I feel like I just really like need to give him space and let him come forward at this point. I mean, he told me he would let me know when he's, basically feeling better. So I just don't know like when that's going to be.
Okay, so probably what happens is when I ask you for the outcome, I would have got right to the outcome. So it's absolutely give him a space, but don't let him, not that he forget about you, all right, but don't let him, don't let him push you away either, okay? And so when someone's been hurt in the past, it's a trust issue, and it's almost like a testing too. Whether it's testing you, testing himself, testing, it's just a whole coming out of a divorce like that. And it was not an easy, and this, it wasn't easy. So it's most definitely, I know he doesn't like to text, but send him text messages that you're just thinking of. Hey, that there's no pressure here. I just want you to know that I'm thinking about you, and I want you to have a great day. And, and then you do that maybe, a couple times a week, not every day, maybe every other day, or just a couple times a week, and just let him know that, hey, I was thinking about you, and, just thinking about you puts a big smile on my face, and I hope you're having a great day, things like that. All right. And so you're giving him space, but you're not giving him so much space, right?
Yeah.
That, so you want to keep that energetic connection energized.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of was doing that. Well, in addition to also like, asking him if he wanted to like hang out and see the difference. Like I would say those things that you said, but I was also trying to, hang out because I do miss him. So like naturally that came out.
Just be you. You can give him space, but still be you. Right? You understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Don't hold back.
Yeah.
But don't. I know you're busy, but don't. Because what happens is you can alter things by holding back like that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Do you?
Because you don't want him to sit there and think, oh, look, she's not interested anymore. She's bored. She's gone someplace else. She just hasn't told me or whatever. So that's why by keeping in touch with him like that, you're eliminating or correcting any of those thoughts that he has in his head.
Yeah. But do you think, like, if he, didn't hear from me for a little while, that he would, like, go ahead and reach out to me? And, if he's wondering, like, oh, I haven't heard from her. I wonder what she's doing. Like, if he really, truly cares, wouldn't he, send me that text?
Yes and no. He would have the thought to do it, but he's very old-fashioned in that regard. He doesn't really like texting too much.
Yeah.
He'd rather call. He'd rather have a phone call. He's just kind of old-fashioned as far as relationships go. He's just kind of old school, which is refreshing, which is nice. And so but he would just call you. But the thing is don't put too much space in between there. Just keep being you, and then he'll call you. And so because it's he gets to hear pretty much when he's reading the text, he hears your voice because he knows your voice sounds like, right? So he's doing that in your voice, and that what you're doing is you're sending love to him. You're sending comfort to him. You're sending trust to him, so to speak. You're helping him to calm down.
Yeah.
All right, because it's very, very, you're very healing for him. And yeah, it's going to be, it's a very beautiful, the start of a very beautiful relationship, and it's going to take a lot of patience, as, you know, all relationships do, pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
So
what do you see, like, when things will be, like, more stable with us?
By the end of the year. By the end of the year, things will really pick up.
Yeah.
The key is getting through the summer. I don't know if he has a busy summer planned, but just know that this is why, you know, you have to just keep being patient and don't let fear come into you. And it's a test for both of you, kind of, sort of. But most definitely between, well, now and the next 3 months can seem a little challenging, or you may say, like, it's just the same old stuff. When you get past that, then it's going to be easier and smooth sailing.
After these 3 months. Okay. And how do you think he feels that, like, after, like, our last conversation, like, when he kind of, you know, said those things to me of, like, how he's not ready and like, he needs to think? And
well, it seems like he was very wishy-washy. You know, move too fast. Oh, crap, I moved too fast. Let me pull back just a little bit. He's just still exploring how he feels because he doesn't trust himself.
Yeah.
Because last time I felt like this, I was wrong. All right? So he's questioning himself right now. So he's just got to have that space. But, well, Victoria, thank you so much for calling in. We do have a lot of other callers. And you can check out James on Facebook. James, how did you want her to contact you?
Yeah, you can find this paranormal psychic on Facebook. You can go to my page if you want to like it and kind of follow what's going on. Because I'll be posting more things coming up.
Okay, yeah. Thank you both so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Many blessings. All right. That was great. All right. Next caller. We got a lot of people calling in from your area, your neck of the woods.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we do. So, all right. So we have several 260 numbers. So just listen. Blog Talk Radio, you're supposed to hear you're unmuted. If you don't hear that, just say hello. We'll let you know if you're the one. So we're going to go to the first 260 number. Hello, you're on the air. Hello. 260, you're on the air. May we get your name, please?
Hello, it's Angel.
Oh, hey, Angel. How you doing, Angel?
I'm doing good. Just have the baby with me.
Oh, that's what the beautiful sounds are in the background. Oh. All right. Well, Angel, I know you. So, do you have a question for James?
I am open to any messages that he has for me.
Okay.
Can you give in what area of your life?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit more. I don't want to say stuck because I don't feel stuck. I feel like I'm just kind of like I've been extremely. Well, I know I have 3 kids, worn out, and not sure if I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing, or if I don't know. I don't feel like I'm ignoring any signs, but what are you thinking?
I think you're doing pretty good so far. It's just having kids in general is going to wear you out. And as long as you're providing for your kids and doing the best for them, I think you're doing a great job.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Her tummy's hurting.
Of course you are.
But, like, okay, what
had
about
her third baby? She just had her third baby. She is a great mama.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I guess I'm almost thinking about, like, okay, what are some things that you're seeing with me, spiritually, because I've kind of put a hold on things, and I thought I might have been ready to get back into accepting clients, but things aren't really working out that way. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, just don't overburden yourself because you're trying to do everything at once, trying to get it done. And you just need to take one step at a time and don't rush yourself. You can just walk slowly forward, there's no rush. And I think you do better that way because right now you got your hands full.
Yeah.
Literally. too, but...
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I was
Angel,
really excited
let me
to see
tell
that.
you something.
Oh, go ahead. Oh,
no, Angel, I have to
really
tell you
excited
something.
to see.
Okay?
I'm so sorry. I'm so excited that he's from Fort Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm literally 45 minutes north from you, Butler, getting ready to go to Kendallville, actually. So.
Oh. You know that
Go ahead,
area.
Tiffany.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, see how close y'all are. So, Angel, I just want to tell you something, that motherhood is very spiritual. And I didn't understand. Okay, so I homeschooled my sides from preschool all the way to high school graduation. And I said, all right, I remember talking to my guides, the angels and guides, and saying, I'm going to take this time and devote to motherhood. And devote to I'm investing in my children because they are the children of the future. And I want them to have our morals. I want them to I taught them spirituality, things they weren't going to learn in a public school. And so then I was like, then so I was telling my guides, I'm going to put my stuff on hold, take care of them, and then I'll get back to it, when they're older. Well, when they got older, and I'm realizing, I was like, okay, now I'm ready. They're going to graduate. And my guys were laughing at me going, you've been doing it the whole time. They're like, and I was like, what? And they were like, so you gave these children the tools that was necessary for them. And that was beautiful. And I was like, oh, if mothers only, and fathers too, okay? If parents only knew that they're here to be the caregivers for their children, not try to let someone else raise the kids, And you've got this. You're doing this. And the way that you connect with kids, your children, whether it's mother intuition, that telepathy, keep that going. They'll tell you, your children will tell you everything about them until you tell them not to.
Right. Aww.
All right. So you're giving them the tools they need to be powerful spiritual masters even, but leaders in the future.
I believe that. That gives me a lot more reassurance.
There you go. Okay, so 2032 is their turning point for peace on Earth. These kids coming in now, they are going to be, powerful teachers and leaders in a new world.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming in because it's getting safer, really. I know it may seem like it's not on the news, but it is vibrationally. It really is. So know that motherhood and fatherhood is very spiritual.
Okay. All right. That's good because I just started to get like, well, my life path number is 9. Being a humanitarian, I'm just like trying to make sure that everything that I'm doing is beneficial, and that what you said right there is very helpful for me as well. Because yeah.
That's what I'm a 9 too. And let me tell you, part of the social skills for my children was we volunteered. We volunteered for, I don't care what people think about the American Red Cross. They're awesome. We've seen them in action help people. And they were the only organization that allowed me to bring my children with me and let us all volunteer together. Because I taught them to see that not everybody has what we have, and people in need and disaster relief and everything. So they, for a period of time, they was, American Red Cross was part of their schooling. But it helped them to just get out there, do some volunteer work. We served a Thanksgiving dinner at a Salvation Army one Thanksgiving. That's the kind of thing. Get your kids in bed in the community. All right, and when they're older, when they're a little bit older. Yeah. You can volunteer. You can do these things with your children.
Right. That's cool. That makes sense.
Okay, so that's where you get your humanitarian in.
Okay.
Okay? Take a deep breath. You're doing it already.
Yeah. Thank you.
We just go off on this. We have to be this structured, this pattern, but you're already doing it just in a different way.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, even like with the previous caller, I was getting like messages too, and I messaged you about it too, and I'm just like, I just want to help, but then I feel like I want to help, but then I'm just like, okay, just relax, Angel. So.
Oh no, that's fine. Absolutely. You have a huge heart, and you just want to help it, and that I love that. That just keep being you.
Thank you so much.
All right, and I'm really glad that James and you're in the same area. Well, that you're close to each other, so you will have to, I'm sure, meet. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much, and I'll continue listening in, and you guys have a great night.
Oh, you too?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You too, hon.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
That is great.
Well, I mean, James, you have children. I mean, do you have grandchildren yet?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Oh, wow. I mean, isn't that a spiritual experience?
Yeah.
To some
I'm
degree.
a good parent.
Yeah.
I'm a good parent. They can have all the candy, cookies, anything they want, they get. Fill them full of sugar and smile and wave when they go home.
I hear that is so true. I mean, I'm not a grandparent yet, but my dad did that. He was so strict with us growing up. No, you can't have this, you can't have that. But when the grandkids come along, here, have whatever you want. And we're like, what? Like, this is how you're getting me back, isn't it? I know.
All the stuff the kids did, payback's wonderful.
Oh, I love it. That's great. All right, so just want to remind everyone listening, you can call in. There's still time, plenty of time to call in. The call-in number is 929-477-1859. So again, it's 929-477-1859. Be sure to press 1 so that you can raise your hand and get on air with James and myself. And again, James is found on Facebook. You can just type in Paranormal Psychic, and you will find his page. And of course, you can find him and all the show hosts on the Goldilocks Productions page and group, and that's Goldilocks with a Y, Goldy Locks Productions, Goldilocks Productions. So be sure to check us out on Facebook, most definitely. All right, we have another caller, again, from the area code. Hello, caller. You are on the air. May we get your name, please?
Sharon?
Sharon?
Oh, hi, Sharon.
Yes.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Doing good.
Doing well.
Good.
What question do you have?
Okay, I was wondering if you could tell me what kind of spiritual abilities I have.
What kind of spiritual abilities you have? You have potential for all of them. It's just opening up the frequency-wise. I call it like on the radio, you're tuning into a frequency. And each of those clairs are different frequencies, right? Your intuition's very strong. I feel like knowing, all right, clairsentient, knowing is your biggest and strongest ability, is the knowing. You know things, and then when you stop to think about it and go, where did this come from? How do I know that? You know?
Yeah.
But that's how. It's because you're plugged in to the higher vibrations, and you're being like a conduit, and you're fed this information. And it keeps coming as long as you don't stop it and go, what?
Yeah, that's right. Am I an empath?
Oh, very much so. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because
yes, you
know, you read all these things, these prerequisites of what an empath is, and I'm like, well, I don't know that I get that, you know. And sometimes I think that things hit me so fast that I don't know, I don't pick them up or I don't validate them. Maybe I'm not sure. I have a lot of things. Go ahead.
Well, and this is part of, okay, the empaths that are very strong with their knowing, they're really good with knowing about others, but when it comes to yourself, you're a little slow. Sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it's we have to pay attention to the boundaries, have to make sure that, and those with the knowing too can almost seem like they're cold instead of crying at the drop of a hat. Can seem like they're cold because they've learned to take themselves out of the picture and just try to see everything in a big picture for everyone else. And sometimes we forget to check our own aura. We forget to check our own energy field to make sure we're not bringing home someone else's crap, all right, until we feel completely off balance, until we're freaking out or yelling for no reason. And it's like, uh-oh, I need to take care of me now.
Yeah, because I noticed that, and I don't know, how do you say, is it chakras or chakras? I know that sometimes some of them feel like I feel vibrations in them.
Yes.
And I noticed that some of them feel heavier. And I mean, it's like I was raised Catholic, and so this is all unusual for me. So I'm trying to learn what I can about myself, but I always second guess myself. When I looked up the clair abilities, at one point I had pretty much all of them. But they seem to come and go. But I'm surrounded all the time with stuff. So, you know, and I hear voices, and I pick up on all kinds of stuff. But everything gets so overwhelming that I feel like I just kind of check out. I just don't know.
And that's the knowing, those that bypass. It's like, I don't want to say it's like the highest frequency, but quite honestly, it is. And so you have all of the other abilities with knowing. Again, it can feel overwhelming, so you have to turn some of those other frequencies down so that you're just not walking around a complete basket case, all right? Because I had to do that.
Pretty much.
I had to, yeah, I used to be able to see them so clearly as a child. And it was like I'm the person standing next to you. And I couldn't keep my mouth shut. And my mom didn't want to hear it. My mom, and so I was like, oh, all right, let me turn this frequency down. I'll keep hearing and kind of see them faded but not so clear, so I can tell that they're, their spirit. Because when you see them so clearly that you don't know, you can't distinguish. I mean, it's all alive energy. But when you can't distinguish, it's like, uh-oh.
Well, like my husband's in this.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, like my husband is in assisted living, and I was down there one night, and I saw a spirit come out of his. It would be like a heating, air conditioning element, and it was very clear, and it was kind of gray. And I watched it, and I thought, no, I did not see that. And I see a lot of different stuff. Sometimes I see it like I see people. And like today, I swore I saw, and this is going to sound so stupid, but someone driving a car that looked dead, but they were driving a car. And I was like, I almost had, thank you.
No.
It gets really, really scary because you just want to touch them and go, are you real?
You're right. No, I know. James can do this too, I do believe, is that places have imprints. Certain places you go into historically will replay, and you'll see people in period clothing, people in old cars, or people, and even in, someone, like you said, or someone who just crossed over even 5-10 years ago, and it can be in a newer car. But the thing is that the land too will tell you its history. And so I mean, I've stopped for ghosts to cross in a crosswalk before. I saw a couple in a crosswalk, and I stopped, and my friends are like, why are you stopping? I'm like, don't you see the couple? And I look again, and they're not there, and I'm like, oh, man.
Well, see, with me, I think I blocked a lot of that. Because I used to see spirits. I used to live in an old house, and they come out of the woodwork. I mean, the entire house was built like in 1900s, and all the wood had faces one time. And I was like, okay, I've lost my marbles. But it was awakening. It was after a spirit came up to me on the porch, and she said, you have the gift of mediumship. And then she left. Yeah. And I thought, she's got the wrong person. But I have one more question. When I was little, and I don't remember, but being this, strongly ability, when I was little, did I see spirits and not recognize the difference between spirits and people that were alive?
Yes.
Does that make sense to you? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because that's how I was. I couldn't tell. Yeah. I couldn't tell. The difference between them. There was no. Yeah.
I was looking back, kinda, and trying to decide whether in my childhood I saw them or whether I didn't. And I don't know if you could do something like that.
But it's like you said, you have to turn that frequency down. So I think most children, all children, let me say, it's all children do. And we're taught to turn certain frequencies off because it's socially unacceptable. No one else does that. Yeah. You feel kind of the odd person out. You're talking to your friends like they do the same thing, and they're staring at you like you're weird. And so you're like, uh-oh, I've got to fit in. I can't talk this way. Yeah. Or
I was a very quiet child, and I never said much to anybody, but I used to see things, and I was never sure if it happened or if it was something that I just thought happened. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of crazy because, and I know James, and he's known some of my experiences, and they've been kind of, extreme, but I just never could tell the difference between, like when you sit there and they're like, if a human would come into your, I don't know how you say it, your zone, and I could never tell the difference between that or a spirit. I don't know if
You
that
know,
makes
I
sense
learned
to you.
it does totally make sense. I learned because sometimes that does happen. It's coming back and it'll happen. So I've learned this great technique where my guides told me is just to take your foot and tap their foot. And if it goes through, they're not there. And if you tap their foot, you're just, oh, excuse me, you know. You're just, all you're doing is sliding and tapping. Okay? And that way you're not actually touching their arm or touching them. But if you just take your foot and drag it to their foot, and if it stops, they are a physical being. If it goes through, you'll know. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So you don't, okay, I get it now. You know? So.
Yeah. You almost want to poke, like take your finger and just go,
you do, but the physical people don't like that.
Well, yeah, they don't. I found that out. So, no, he didn't think that was funny.
That's right. No.
What do you do after you do that, right? Okay, I have one more question, and I will let you go. In my life, do I have a soulmate?
All right, James, you want to take this one? Go ahead.
Oh boy, it's hard for me to read for you because I know you so well. Well, I know. You, so it's hard to. It's hard.
Oh, you do know her? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good friends.
Yeah, we've known each other for 5-6 years, so it's hard to. I know you got one on the other side, kind of keeping an eye on you. I do know that, but
yeah.
I think you were with them before, and they're still with you, and they're trying to help you out here and there, but you kind of ignore them. So
I have a tendency to ignore it because I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I get hit all day long with this and that, and living in an apartment complex is not the thing for a person like me. But I'm working on it. But it just
You need to go like put the white light around you and kind of block all that off to hit you like a tidal wave.
Try.
And it keeps knocking you down.
Well, I tried the white light, but when I do, I feel like somebody blocks me instantly. It's almost like a challenge, like someone is trying to challenge me to go beyond what I know to a bigger picture. And it's too hard. I can't do it. And so then I give up and blow it off. And that's what I should not do.
Remember, it's like you're opening too many doors at once. You just need to open one door at a time. If you're opening too many doors and there's too much going on and you can't focus on one item.
Yeah. And then when my energy is my energy can be very overwhelming. So I'm trying to do too many things at once. I feel like I got, like you said, too many irons in the fire.
Yeah.
But it just, from the moment I go to sleep to the moment I wake up, it's a constant thing. And I know it's partially because of who I am, but who I am opened up very quickly as I got older. And I had 7 kids, so, like people grow up with these things and they know by the time they're 30 years old how to do it. Well, when I was 30, I was so busy I didn't even notice. And then I hit 50 and it was like, whoa. So that's kind of so it's kind of overwhelming, but I guess, I just didn't kind of know whether these abilities were real. Almost
they are.
If
very real. And here, I'm going to tell you something here about soulmates. I'm going to be quite honest here. Guides understand what we mean by saying soulmates, but angels, every time I say soulmates, it's like blink, 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 blink. You're all soulmates. Because we're all connected. They don't understand. They don't understand that. You're all reflections of each other. You're all, your soul family. You find each other. Everyone you come in contact with in your lifetime are your soul family and your soul mates. To some degree. And so it's all very beautiful, but I understand what you're asking. And so right now, you want to keep fine-tuning yourself. If you bring someone into your life now, it's going to be kind of the same like you. You'll both be confused. So,
yeah. And that's what I told myself, is this is not a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're also a very strong, independent woman, and that scares a lot of men. So within a year, I'm here in a year or two, but it's going to go by really fast. All right, but you would rather take the time and find someone that's going to work than have these, little relationships that don't work. You don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
And I understand that. All right, and you're very good. You'll know. Without even going on a date, if you just see a picture of this person, you'll know whether or not it's going to work. That's one of the things with having that strong knowing, is I'm not even going to give this a chance because I know. And so that's good. Use that as kind of, nope, as an indicator for you. But you are going to most definitely meet someone that's you're going to complement each other. But that's a year and a half to 2 years apart, okay? Away, because there's still some more things for you to do. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow.
All right. Well, thank you
so much, Shorin, for calling in and for supporting James' show. And thank you. You know how to get in contact with James.
Always. Okay. Thank you. Take care.
Oh, see you, Shorin.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, you have some great friends, James. So you could totally relate everything that she was talking about. And
it was hard to get a feel. Because I know people too well, then it's hard to get a vibe on them.
So now, let me ask you a question. Something that came up in that. The imprints from the land. Do you get that? And let me ask, is this why you do a lot of the reenactments while Civil War and World War II? Have you ever seen a scene play out?
Actually, I have, and I've had dreams of that. I need to start. I'm trying to write a book, actually, because I had a series of dreams were in a week where it was like a mini series. Each part of the dream left off, and it was showing me a story. Well, it was really odd. I'd never seen that before, or had that before.
Wow! And you did write it down, right?
Yeah. I would love to make a book out of it, but I don't. I can write stuff down what you can do, you can edit, when I wrote stuff for you before, you could make it sound right, you could edit it. It would sound legible. Because when I write real quick, I can put it down, but I can't get the idea across, I'm not good at editing at all.
Right.
Yeah, because I know I did some reading. Well, I did the card readings for you a while back, and I was trying to make it sound right, and you just went through it and it sounded perfect, So when you kind of fine tuned it, it looked really good.
I have to. I think that's great that you write all of it down, and there's plenty of people out there that can, editor type of people, people who can, I forget what you call them, can get things ready to publish for you, can kind of fine tune that. But, and this is kind of funny, as I always tell people, you want to know the true history is read sci-fi. Because they're the ones that get it in the dreams. They get messages, and then they put it out as a movie or as a book or something, and it really does turn out it's true. But they would have been called nuts, absolutely crazy, if they tried to say it was nonfiction. So it's I think that's fascinating. That the thing with that with writing down your dreams too is just write down everything that you can, like an outline, and then you can go back later and connect the dots for the story. But you want to write down as much as you. So it can, like my raw dream journal of waking up and writing. It is chicken scratch. It's gonna read this.
Yeah. A lot of times I gotta look at it, and it's funny because sometimes when I start writing, cause I was reading what I wrote before, and the handwriting changes. Where I'm like reading it, and it's like this in my. I know I wrote it, but it wasn't my handwriting though. It was.
So you could be doing some.
I'm writing.
You could be doing some automatic writing.
That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. I'm like, I don't write this way. I'm like looking at it like, that's odd. Then I'm looking at it going, I did write this, but maybe someone was helping me from the other side.
Yeah, I believe that. Absolutely. Is that, you're doing the automatic writing and you're having, and I feel, someone is helping you with this book or what, that. Yeah, most definitely a book. That's what I'm hearing. It is a book. So you're having help. But isn't that neat when you write and you're like, that's not my handwriting?
Yeah. Or I come up with ideas where I find, I'll come up with ideas when I'm writing, like Civil War times, and I'll look it up online and be like, yeah, that was true. This is true, and I like it's kind of throwing me off, like some of the stuff I wouldn't know, and I just know it, and no way I could know it, I wouldn't think.
Wow. The time has gone by so fast, as it always does when we're talking and chatting. And I hope that everyone who's tuned in has enjoyed James's first show, and you'll tune in every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And so, James, is there any parting words you would like to say, or until next week?
Oh, well, if they want to find me, I'm you can go on Facebook, The Paranormal Psychic, like my page, say hi or whatever you want to do. And we got other shows, too, you might want to go do. I watch them, too. Some of the other people within Goldilocks, they have a lot of neat shows to watch.
Oh, yes. If you want to go to the Goldilocks Productions website, it's Goldilocks Productions CT for Connecticut.com. Again, Goldilocks with a Y, Goldilocks Productions CT.com. Go under radio and TV testimonials, and you can, if you've enjoyed this show, leave a testimonial for James's first show. And this is where you can do that for all the shows. But and then it gives you more show information, all the show date and times, and the show host. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in for James's show debut, and sure hope that you tune back in next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, like as James said, you can find him on Facebook, Paranormal Psychic. And thank you all so much. And James, congratulations on your show, and welcome to the Goldilocks team.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for being on my show. You really helped out. Kind of nervous about doing this. It's been a while.
Oh, you've done great. You've done wonderful. So thank you. And thank you, everyone. You. Have a pleasant evening. Many blessings, everyone.
It's laundry day. And even though you know there are no zombies in your basement, because you're an adult and zombies are not real, you still can't bring yourself to turn the light off before you go up the stairs due to the creepy hand that will not grab your ankle because, again, zombies are not real. Plus, you have an Amazon Echo, so you wait till you get safely to the top of the stairs and say,
Alexa, turn off the basement light.
And the basement light goes off, and you continue upstairs alive.
Alexa, lock the door.
Okay.
Thank you.
You've been trying for half an hour to get your little bundle of joy to be a bundle of sleep, but so far nothing's worked. You tried the binky, you tried the blankie, you even made Mr. Fluffy do the fluffy wuffy dance. Alas, your tiny miracle has a very large pair of lungs, but you have an Amazon Echo, so you call for backup.
Alexa, call Mom.
Calling Mom.
And just like that, Grandma to the rescue.
Hi, baby. Grandma's here.
Alexa, thanks.
Anytime.